Hi there, Lee Jones here. How you doing? Today I'm going to talk to you about Gibson Les Pauls and Fender Telecasters. I'm going to compare the two in sound and how they're made, and leave it up to you to decide which one of the two you prefer, if at all. Okay, so the first model I have here is a Gibson Les Paul, and Les Pauls typically made of mahogany, so they're quite heavy. Mahogany is a very dense wood. The guitars are one-piece mahogany, so we have here what they call like single wood. So all of it's mahogany. The neck is mahogany, and the body's mahogany, and it's kind of glued on the join there, the heel join right here. Okay, it's not a bolt on either; it's kind of glued in. Right, hardware. So Les Pauls, you have two humbuckers. Okay, so the humbuckers are referring to the pickups here. Now what they are two coils that are wired out of phase with each other, and that cancels out any of that kind of background hum that you might experience with a single coil pickup, like you'll hear on the Telecaster in a minute. Okay, now the humbuckers not only cancel out the hum, but it also emphasises the sustain of this tone wood here. It's kind of cool, eh? So that's why you get, again, that's another reason for that kind of long ringing notes that would just last all day. You can go make a cup of tea, come back, and then it still be going on, you know. I haven't seen a maple neck, a maple fingerboard on a Les Paul. Ever. We go to guitar shops; they're all rosewood, as far as I'm aware. You might find one or two made that are maple, but they all seem to be rosewood. Again, this is to kind of complement the sound of the guitar. So I'm going to play both guitars through my Marshall valve state amp on a fairly neutral setting. The first example will just be clean. I'll just play through a couple of chords and a couple of little riffs, just so you can hear. Each time I'm gonna kind of flick through the pickups here. So we have a three-way toggle switch to go from the neck pickup up here to the middle pickup here, and then the bridge pickup here. Okay, so I'll start on the neck pickup. Okay, let's go to the mid pickup. So now the mid position, which is now these two pickups here. Same chord sequence. And then the bridge pickup right here. Alright, so most noticeably the main difference, like in sound, can be heard between like the neck up here versus the bridge. Show you again, neck. Kind of nice and warm tone there on the bridge. You see, so yeah, the biggest contrast is between the neck and the bridge. All right, now let's hear the same guitar played through the amp with a little bit of distortion. Okay, so I've got a little bit of overdrive now. Just going through the amp again, just using the Marshall overdrive. Let's use the neck pickup first. See what that sounds like with a bit of crunch. And then the mid position here. Cool, and the bridge position, the bridge pickup. Well, I can really hear the difference between the neck, even when it goes to both the two pickups, then the bridge. So I'm going to try the neck again. Bridge. Instantly hear that kind of shift in tone. It's great. Okay, now let's try a little bit more distortion, one that's got kind of more contour. It's going to kind of be a bit more fuzzy. Okay, let's hear that. Ready, here we go. Neck pickup. Okay, the middle position. And the bridge. Okay, so there you have my my demo on the Les Paul with different sounds, clean, distortion, and even more distortion. I'm going to swap over to the Telecaster. So now we have the Fender Telecaster. First notable difference is the weight. These are so much lighter than those lumps of guitars over there, and the kind of difference being is that these are two-part guitars. So if I turn that round, you've got your body and your neck, which are often made of two different types of wood. So the body of Telecasters, a bit like Stratocasters as well, tend to be ash or alder, and they're noticeably lighter. They're still quite dense, but not quite as dense as mahogany. Okay, and that's also why the sustain is not quite the same on these. It's a bit less than it is on these guys here. Now back in the 1950s and 60s they used alder more than they used ash. It kind of produced that kind of bright tone that you get with tellies. Okay, that kind of bell-like tone that you get. Fingerboards, oh yeah, sorry, the neck tend to be made of, they tend to be maple most of the time. So maple necks with like the alder body, and they're bolted on, you can see here. You see, so they're not glued together, which actually makes things a little bit easier. If you ever break a neck, you can take it off and get it repaired a bit easier when it's not kind of attached to the body. Worse still, if something really horribly goes wrong to your guitar and you love the fit of the neck, you can kind of use that and sort of bolt it onto one of your other bodies. Anyways, I've got a rosewood fingerboard again. I prefer rosewood over maple, but maple fingerboards are really common for Telecasters and Strats, and they kind of enhance that like glossy kind of tone that you get with like a Strat or a Tele. The pickups, now here you can see behind me we've got these humbuckers that I spoke about. On Telecasters you can get some with humbuckers, but they most commonly have single coil pickups. Now single coils are the originals, okay? They're the original inventions of pickups, and they were kind of made popular around about in the 1930s. These ones here, so they're single coils as opposed to the double coils or the humbuckers. They do produce that kind of glossy tone. They give a bit more of a twang. As you'll hear in the demos in a minute. So yeah, they've got kind of a bit more of a gloss to them. Let's have a little demo then. So again, same amp settings. I haven't touched the amplifier at all, and we're going to do the clean demos first. Okay, now I've got a five-way selector switch here on my Telecaster, so I can select the neck, these two middle ones. Sorry, the neck and the middle one here. Just the middle. I can do the middle and the bridge, and just the bridge. Okay, so it's a bit more like a Stratocaster pickup selector here. Okay, if you don't have this middle pickup, because this is a Nashville edition Telecaster, so it's got a Fender USA pickup right in the middle here. But if you just got like a standard Telecaster with two pickups, you probably have a three-way switch: neck, mid, and the bridge. Okay, so this is the neck pickup by itself. This one right here. Okay, move it down a position. So now I'm using these two pickups right here. Difference. The middle one. Okay, so this is the Stratocaster pickup that I've got on this particular guitar. So as we go further towards the bridge, you'll start to hear the tone change. It becomes a little bit kind of more glassy. So now we're using these two pickups right here. And the last position, which is the bridge by itself. Okay, neck pickup, distortion. Let's have a listen. Let's go for the setting here, these two. Cool. And the mid pickup here. These two here. Sounds cool. And then the last position, which is just this one here. Yeah, that last setting here, the bridge pickup, seems to kind of really enhance the like the tone, right? It kind of drops most of that bass and boosts up a lot of the treble. I didn't touch anything on the amp, but the difference is just incredible compared with all the way up here. It's crazy. Okay, so let's up the distortion a little bit, shall we? See what that sounds like. All right, let's make some noise with the neck pickup. Ready? Okay, let's try this setting here, these two. And the middle pickup. Mid and bridge. See, that sustain just drops off so quick. Okay, last one. The neck pickup. Sorry, the bridge pickup. I'm torn between which one I prefer. I don't know. I guess I'd sway slightly more towards a Les Paul, only because it was my childhood dream to have one. Slash is one of my favourite guitarists ever, and he plays one, obviously. Jimmy Page, Joe Bonamassa, so a lot of kind of legends of like rock. It doesn't take away the coolness of Telecasters there, they've got their place. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to just finish with a split screen, and yeah, take care, bye.